Salam alaikum, alaikum salam alafia. I hope everybody's well. We're in a situation right now that we're dealing with paranormal activities that's within the home. And I want you to learn about these things because it's very important. A lot of people think that people that see things and hear things and go through different abnormal situations, that automatically is a mental health issue, which obviously is not. Going back into the old days, and now in the new days, they want to just stick a whole bunch of pills in you. But, it is what it is. So right now we're interviewing somebody that's going to stay confidential in the situation that's going on. I'm going to call you X, Miss X. What situations and paranormal activities you've been feeling in this house?
First and foremost, every night I hear stomping in the living room. I hear it, I can feel, I can kind of like feel people walking around, and I hear it every night. Things just break on their own. I feel somebody touching me, but there's nobody there. It feels like electricity, like on my legs and stuff. And this is kind of personal, but I feel like a sexual touch at night, and I wake up. I don't even know how to explain it. I just wake up at a certain time and I feel things touching me.
Okay, so this is important. This is very important. It's very interesting that you said time. Usually around what time is it? Because 3 o'clock is dead time. But what time is it that you feel these things coming up?
It always starts, I walk out the room almost every night, which I'm scared to because that's when I start hearing the footsteps. 251. Never fails 251.
I figured that. And she didn't even tell me that, and I threw that out. Okay, and what abnormal things you've been seeing from your daughter?
My daughter, she's been more secluded, more depressed, more. She's completely sticking to herself, and I've heard herself talking to herself. I know.
Where exactly?
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Okay, and what exactly you heard her saying in the bathroom to the best of your abilities?
She has a conversation, whatever it is, it makes her laugh. I know she's conversating with something because she'll say something to wait, like if somebody's responding, and then respond after that.
Was there death in this room?
Yes.
Exactly where?
Right here.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of orbs.
And what?
There's a lot of orbs.
Oh, no, of course. You're going to see orbs. Okay, and how long ago that was, if it's okay to ask you?
She passed away 2 years ago, February.
Okay. And these paranormal activities started before or after this death?
We've always had stuff going on in this house. A situation.
But when it was like more vivid and like very, very, the most powerful that you felt it? When was it that you started feeling this manifesting very strong?
It's been a while, but it was almost an incontrollable situation before. We had kind of dealt with it, and then.
A rough estimate. When did it snowball to this effect? Because obviously you just said that it started. You got used to hear things back then, but now it's getting very vivid. At the point that I believe you said something was thrown from your counter.
Yes, it was my blender and a blue cup. It wasn't nowhere near the edge, and it just. I'm telling you, almost 250 something it was because I looked at the clock when I heard the smashing. And it was nowhere near the edge, and it just flew off.
And it's fair to say, I can understand a cup could fall over, but a blender is pretty heavy to fly off a counter.
And I know I put it in the back on my counter, so there's no...
And there's no little kids here.
No.
Your kids are teenagers, right?
Yes.
How old is your daughter?
16.
Okay, how old is your son?
13.
And they both experience different situations within this home?
Yes.
All right. This is part 1, and we're going to continue in part 2. Part 2. For legal reasons, his mother's there, and I want to ask to see if it's okay with his mother to interview him. Is it okay with you for us to interview him?
Yes, that's fine.
We have all consent, and we could show it.
Yes.
Okay. How old is your son?
13.
Okay. So it's okay for us to interview him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the mom was named X, and we're gonna call him B. B, what did you feel within this house and the situation over here? Experiences that you had. Take your time and think carefully and let the people know.
Well, like 2 years ago, I was in the back by myself at night, and I saw a big, tall black dude with a hat, just dead staring me in the eye.
All right. All right. So this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Because like your mom said, that this has been starting for a while, but now it feels stronger. Are you able to sleep here in this house?
No,
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I just try and close my eyes, and I just feel like something's watching me. So I just open my eyes and get on my.
So you feel a presence next to you.
Yeah.
All right. And when you in your father's house, do you feel that?
No.
So you can sleep normally in your dad's house.
Yeah.
But here you feel something that's watching you, right?
Mhm.
And it's not an actual human or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Any other experiences you had here that
Yeah.
you could think of? Go ahead. You could be completely honest.
In the garage, I think it was me and my cousin in there, and I just saw something run across the garage, and I didn't see it since.
What you saw, like a black shadow, a white shadow? What did you see?
It was black, but it was really fast.
Really fast, which that is true because spiritual dimension works in a different time and speed that we live here. But later on in the next video and one of my other videos that has nothing to do with this, I will explain that. And what else you found?
Well, wait, let me think.
Take your time. I know this is nerve-wracking and it could mess with your head a little bit. Have you heard footsteps? Have you heard?
Yeah, I hear footsteps sometimes.
And what was it that your mother was talking about? Something about an AC that you hear.
Yeah, we have an AC outside of our room, and every night we hear scratching at it.
Scratching.
Yeah.
So it's not the AC turning on and turning off and it goes tum tum.
Yeah, you hear scratching, and when you go outside in the morning, there's like a bunch of scratches on it.
The scratches on it. Wow, interesting. All right. Anything else you'd like to share with the world with this experience? And how you feel about it? I see your eyes watering up, so I'm gonna leave you alone. I don't want to put too much pressure on you. I really appreciate your testimony in this situation. I believe this is part 3, right? Part 3 of a situation of paranormal activity in a person's home, and we're gonna take care of it. But we want to properly document this over here. Now, okay, that what was it? You was Z. No, you was X. The other one was B. So now I'm gonna call you C. Do we have permission to document your daughter in this situation?
Yes.
And we could put it out for the public to see it?
Yes.
Okay, how old is she?
16.
You sure it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got all consent.
Yes.
C, what exactly you experienced in this house with paranormal activity?
I've always felt like I'm being watched, and I have really bad anxiety, so whenever I get panic attacks, or just normally when I'm alone, I feel like stuff is trying to grab me, and it makes me very uncomfortable when I'm alone.
Where does this happen exactly? In your room, in the living room?
Sometimes in my room, mostly in the bathroom.
Okay, so your mom said that you was talking to somebody in the bathroom.
Yeah.
What is it that you feel to see or make you talk to somebody in the bathroom?
I mostly talk to myself because I'm bored a lot of the time. But a while ago, almost a year ago, I used to talk to something that I thought was friendly, and it just made me feel comfortable at the time.
Okay, and it's this thing that made you feel comfortable and friendly, this entity or spirit that you was talking to, does it happen to this day?
No, not anymore. Not after I told my mom about it.
So after you told your mom about it, it kind of vanished.
Yeah.
But do you still feel any paranormal activities within this home?
Sometimes not as much as before.
But what was it that you feel? What's the sometimes? What did you feel in the sometimes?
Again, I felt like something was trying to grab me. There were times...
Were they trying to sexually touch you, or was it just like grabbing your legs, or...
Trying to grab my legs. I felt like any part that I didn't have completely covered, like if my feet were out or something, I had to cover it because I felt like it was going to grab me and pull me.
So you actually felt a hand grabbing you?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and do you see any visions in here or any apparitions or anything of that sort?
Sometimes, but I get too scared to tell anyone.
Okay, so would you like to share with us what you saw?
Sometimes it's like shadows at the corner of my eyes, but I'll really think they're people, so I'll start being like, oh, hey, Mom, can you grab me this? And then I turn around and know there was no one there.
And how you feel about the situation?
Very, very uncomfortable. I feel like I can't be alone anymore. I'm too scared to be alone.
So it did pay a toll on yourself emotionally?
Yes.
Wow. And anything else you seen?
No, I just have very vivid nightmares sometimes, and they stick with me for days and days.
Vivid as in what, if you're comfortable to say so?
It's like exactly my house, but it'll be so horrifying that I'll remember it like memory by memory for days and days.
So it was so vivid that it was like actually happening.
Yes.
Do you think you had how you call that sleep paralysis, and you was actually seeing it?
I don't know, because it wouldn't happen in my room. It would be like at the back door or something, and I'd see something there, and then I'd wake up, and I can't go back to sleep, and then I'd remember it for days and days and days.
Wow. And if this does, huh?
I was asking if she wants to explain what she saw in the other room. When
That'd
I
be
found
great,
her.
yes, if she's
Do you want to
comfortable.
explain what you saw? Remember when I caught you in the room and you were frozen?
Oh,
She-
yeah. So
Frozen.
She didn't move. She
So that's
was.
sleep paralysis.
I walked in the room. She was crying, holding.
Was she
her
laying
knees.
down or she was standing up?
She was sitting on the bed, crying, holding her knees, and like frozen. She couldn't move from fear.
yeah.
Please elaborate if it's okay with you, if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah. I was in my other room, and I was sitting down, and I felt like in my closet there was something watching me, and an instinct came over me, and it was like I have to cover my neck or else it's gonna go for my neck and kill me. So I started holding the back of my neck, but I would try to stare at it because I felt like if I stared at it, it couldn't get near me, but it would make me cry, so my vision would get blurry. So for some reason my brain was like, okay, you should close your eyes, but you have to hold your neck. You have to hold the back of your neck or else it's going to go for your neck and it's going to kill you. And for some reason, no matter how much I wanted to call my mom and tell her, hey, I don't want to be alone right now, I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything.
No, tell them what it looked like.
It was just like I would see things looking at me in the corner of my eye. I would see things like form in like the darkness, or I'd see like a hand try to come out, and I would just close my eyes and I would try my best to just ignore it and wait until the morning.
Wow. That could be very disturbing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And what advice you have for people and young kids or adults or whatever, how to cope with it? Have you learned to cope with it yet? Or it's still kind of very weary?
Yeah, I've tried to like ignore it and not think about it as much, but that doesn't stop it from still scaring me.
So it's very real.
Yes, very real.
So you can just say, oh, this is fake, and it goes away.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. I've tried to ignore it and say, oh, I've just, I don't know, like a really, really bad nightmare, but it was too real. I couldn't,
That's I can just imagine. But we're gonna take care of this, and we're gonna clean this house, which we're gonna well document, and because we have permission to, correct?
Yes, of course.
And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ok, ahora en esta entrevista estamos hablando de una casa que tiene fantasmas que está pasando. Y aquí no voy a decir el nombre de la persona, pero vamos a llamarlo señor F. Señor F, ¿qué tú visto en tu casa? Cosas anormales que no es natural para la persona regular que está viendo.
En mi casa yo he visto cosas que no son naturales.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo qué? Por favor, explica a lo público exactamente qué tú has visto.
A veces veo a alguien como que está pasando. A veces cuando me estoy bañando veo a mi mujer
¿Tu mujer falleció dónde? Si puede, si está bien contigo para aplicar esa situación.
Yo creo que falleció en la cama,
¿Tú crees?
creo.
¿Cómo tú vas a creer? Pues dile a saber.
Porque yo la dejé a ella con
Mira la cámara. Habla con el público.
yo la dejé a ella con ISIS, que es
No. Ok, está bien, sigue por ahí.
En lo que yo fui a llevarla a
Dale de comer a los pollos, ¿fue algo así?
cerrarle la jaula y a los pollos. Cuando vine para atrás, ISIS me vino.
Yo sé que es duro para esto, trata de aguantar las lágrimas porque yo sé que esto es serio. That's okay.
Ella me dijo, grandma, sí.
Ok.
Yo no sé lo que le pasaba a ella porque ella me dijo, llévame a bañarme, llévame a la cama, pero yo no sabía cuál era el problema que ella tenía. Ella no me dijo de que la llevara al doctor, de que la llevara, no me dijo.
Ok, entonces ella falleció en este cuarto.
Sí,
El amor de tu vida.
el amor de mi vida.
Y después de eso empezó cosas raras pasando en la casa.
A veces la veo a ella pasando para arriba y para abajo porque yo cuando ella estaba cocinando yo siempre le ayudaba a ella a cocinar y cuando se iba a bañar yo siempre la
Apoyaba, la ayudaba.
a bañarse. Y ese día fue cuando y me dolió porque yo no supe que cuando ella se murió, yo no sé si ella me estaba preocupando a mí.
Pero no es tu culpa. Pero de ese tiempo para adelante, ¿tuviste cosas anormales en esta casa?
Siempre la veo,
Siempre la ves.
siempre la veo.
Entonces, el espíritu de ella tú la ves aquí.
Está aquí conmigo, porque ella está conmigo,
Y tú lo ves como si fuera una persona como los otros.
normal conmigo. Una persona que como que se fue
Pero está aquí.
y no se fue.
Wow. Eso necesita ser muy difícil emocionalmente en el corazón de una persona que quiere mucho a su esposa.
Ha ido mucho a psiquiatra, ha ido mucho a diferentes sitios, pero
No ayuda.
me cae siempre, me cae en mi
Porque
corazón.
esto es espiritual, no son cosas que tú necesitas meterte pastillas y cosas así. Y tú lo has tratado, está la pastilla y como quiera tú ves lo mismo, ¿verdad?
Lo mismo yo a veces veo a una persona de que está y pasando
Ujú.
y yo lo que digo, Dios bendícemela. Esto me da
Y esta situación de verdad te duele en el corazón, ¿no?
siempre,
Y emocionalmente
siempre,
es difícil.
siempre.
So, hasta este día tú ves cosas en esta casa que habla tu hija y tus nietas y tus nietos.
Sí, yo a veces cuando me levanto por la mañana y le pido a Dios un día más de vida y sueño con ella casi todos los sueños.
Y esos sueños son como, ¿verdad? Como si tú estuvieras ahí con ella.
Yes.
So, no son sueños normales, son sueños
No.
como si tú estás ahí con ella.
Sueño como los días pasados que yo pasé con ella.
Wow. Y tú ves otra cosa a través de eso espiritualmente dentro de tu casa, tú sientes cosas que no son de ella. ¿O es más que tú
No,
sientes?
yo siempre cuando estoy cocinando, yo siempre, cuando ella cocinaba, yo siempre le ayudaba a ella a cortar.
No, pero mi pregunta es, aparte de tú viendo el espíritu de tu esposa, ¿tú visto otra cosa en esta casa? Como tu hija y los nietos tuyos están viendo.
Yo siempre he visto a mi esposa para arriba y para abajo.
Ok, pero aparte de tu esposa, ¿tú viste otra cosa? ¿O sentido otra cosa?
Yo he visto cosas, pero no le
pone mente.
pone mente.
Porque entonces tú sientes como si tú te estás volviendo loco, ¿no?
A veces pienso
Porque tú no quieres aceptar la realidad de la situación.
que no quiero aceptar de que la mujer mía se me fue porque a veces y me levanto y me creo de que ella está aquí conmigo.
Bueno, eso es verdadero amor. Pero separar las cosas del espíritu de tu esposa, tú visto o sentido otra cosa que no es el espíritu de tu esposa.
Veo a alguien que entra por la puerta y como ella siempre hacía, la puerta del carro colorado.
Pero no es ella que tú viste, fue otra cosa.
No, ella.
Oh, so tú estás, entonces, lo que tú sientes que es
Todo lo que yo siento es por ella.
Wow.
Por ella.
Y eso es muy fuerte, ¿no? Gracias por tu entrevista. Yo sé que esto es muy fuerte y emocional. Y aquí estamos y vamos a limpiar la casa y vamos a hacer la misa y vamos a echar para adelante, ¿ok? Te necesito fuerte.
Okay.
Guys, you see how serious this thing is. You understand? And it's sad because science don't understand this. And the emotional part and the mental part of grief and uncomfortable situations that makes you feel. Guys, spirits are real. Energies is real. Souls are real. I'm short for words because right now he's breaking my heart. Because I don't like seeing anybody like that. I do not like abuse. I do not like anybody feeling the way that he's feeling right now. And we'll get back to you in the next segment. Ache.